The use of acid as a weapon in the capital is now so common that today doctors called for training to be given to the public to learn how to treat victims. Life-changing injuries can only be prevented with a quick and correct response, they said, and they warned that most people don't know what that is. Over the past year, there have been more than 400 acid attacks in London, the equivalent of more than one a day. And as Ria Chatterjee reports, the physical and mental scars can last a lifetime.
Note the volume of water. Police now carry 5 litres to treat acid attack victims.
Where's it hurting, mate? Your eyes?
Jabed Hussain, the man in this footage, was attacked on his moped. He remembers screaming for help and a woman coming to his aid.
She said, can I call police, can I call ambulance? I said, no, I need water first. So, well, I was desperate for water at that time anyway. I was just feeling like I need to put water on it. And she managed to get water, and I was counting every moment of her to come back to me.
From the top, running down, diluting and going into an area where they're not standing.
Contamination is a big risk. In washing the acid away, what other parts of the body might be affected? Medical professionals think members of the public need to be aware of these issues.
We can use these to cut off the clothing.
Lisa Pasculi offers first aid training at schools and says young people are telling her how they feel about the increase in attacks.
Really worried, because if you look at the attacks that have happened recently, they've been using squirty bottles, they've been using cups and throwing them in the face of people. And it's so easy to pick up that chemical. Parents could have it in their garage at home.
Dr. Jessie Payne is seeing more and more acid attack victims coming into A&E. The public knowing how to help, she says, is vital.
We are advising to encourage the person who's been affected to remove the items of clothing that might be saturated with the substance. Also remove jewellery that could have the substance on it.
It's one thing to educate members of the public on how to deal with acid attacks, but do you think more needs to be done to prevent them from happening in the first place?
If they do the proper action, tougher law for that, they should be in prison. If they know what's going to happen, then the next generation will think about it.
Lucky isn't a word you'd expect to hear from any victim of assault, but that's how Jabed feels. His crash helmet protected him, and now he's campaigning to ensure the fight against acid attacks remains a high priority. Ria Chatterjee, ITV News.
Well, Ria, another indication of the concern caused by these acid attacks is the firm Deliveroo tonight saying how worried some of their drivers are.
Well, Jabed, who you saw in my report, was working for Deliveroo when he was attacked on his moped. Today, the company confirmed that since the spate of attacks 3 weeks ago, 71 riders have taken themselves off a job because of safety concerns. So what is the company doing to reassure their staff? Well, they've hired 50 drivers to be physical points of contacts for those riders out and about when they have safety concerns. They're also trying helmet-mounted cameras and upgrading their apps to ensure that staff can detail any safety concerns accurately. Jabed told me these measures reassure him slightly, but ultimately the psychological trauma will likely prevent him from going back to work.
All right, Ria, thank you.